Hi and welcome to this before and after video for the Yoga Spot. The Yoga Spot is a yoga studio based in Aberdeen, and Michele, the owner, has been running it for about 7 years now, and she approached Wildheart Media and she bought 3 packages from us. She bought a logo and style guide package and a website redesign, a new yoga website, and also a WordPress updates package. So in this video I'm going to show you the before site, which is what we're looking at now. This is the site that will soon be history, and it's a WordPress site, and it's served Michele for the last 7 years or so, and she's been updating it, and so it was really time for a change. And you can just see here there are 11 items in the navigation. The color palette is kind of green and orange, I guess. That's the kind of color palette, and this is just a kind of look at the site as it currently stands. And you can see, looking at the navigation, that there's sort of 1, 2, 3, 4. There seem to be like 4 sections of the site that all relate to classes. And then there are 11 items in this navigation. So there's a lot of stuff to kind of get through here. So we started off with the logo, and that was the logo package, and that involved creating 3 concepts and presenting those to Michele, and then also developing the typography for her business, and a color palette. So I'm just going to click over to ta-da! Here's her new website. You can see that I'm logged in actually into WordPress. But here's the new logo. You can see that the color palette is quite different from the existing site, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things in the top menu here. How we've managed to achieve that without like losing lots of information is by introducing a footer menu, and I'll just scroll down to that, and you can see here are some of the items that were in the header menu, and we've introduced some new items. We've also got this, what I call a pre-footer here, which appears on every page of the site, and this includes a map and contact details and directions, so it's really easy for people to find the yoga studio, which is really important. If you look at the site and the homepage here, you can see that we kind of introduce what the business does, and then also there's a start here button, which corresponds to the first menu item. And what this does is it takes people on a journey through the site. So I'm just going to click on start here, and you can see we've got some nice full screen images which are all nicely compressed, so the site loads really quickly. The typography is really clear. You can see that it says start here. And there's quite a funny picture of Michele assisting someone in a headstand. And this is just a personal message welcoming visitors to the site and to the yoga spot. And then what we do is we do something called audience or customer segmentation. So most yoga studios have to cater for 2 different types of customers. Those who are new. If you want your yoga studio to grow, you need new blood, new people coming, trying yoga, signing up for classes, and that really helps you grow. But you also need to take care of those who are more experienced practitioners, and perhaps your customers who've been practicing with you for a long time. And here we have the 2 decisions: that new people, we want them to check out the beginners courses, and more experienced people, we want them to check out the classes. Now, if you scroll down, there's also a link through to the FAQ section, which is quite important, particularly for new people who don't know much about yoga. They don't know what they need to bring and what it's like, and all of these questions, or some of those questions at least, are answered here in the FAQ section. And of course, throughout the site we have testimonials from Michele's students who share their experience of what it was like. And we also got Michele to take pictures of these students, because having a picture of a real person really adds credibility to a testimonial. You see a lot of testimonials, or what we call social proof, across the internet and social media these days, and using an image to kind of back that up is a really important and good thing to do. And then there's a nice big call to action here going, want to stay in touch and join our community. And then of course we have our pre-footer. I'm just going to take you through to a few pages of the site, talk you through what we've done. Again, clear typography, great image. Michele had a couple of photo shoots done. It's really important when you're creating or redesigning your website to have current images that really kind of reflect both yoga, your teaching style, and perhaps also a slightly lighter side of yoga. It can get all get a bit intense, and you can see these people are working hard, but they're also smiling. So there's a kind of nice light-hearted aspect to it, which I think is really important. What we offer, and then for people coming back to the site, you can click on View Timetable. It jumps you straight down to Book a Class. And that is exactly where you land when you click on this Book a Class button. So many people coming back to the site, the main purpose of the site for returning visitors is booking classes, getting to class. For new visitors, they're more kind of checking out what the yoga studio is like, some of the values, some of the principles, and probably also like what is yoga. So this is a really important part of the site. This is an integration with a booking system called Tula. So there's Mind Body Online and there's Tula, who we do quite a lot of work. Most of the sites that we work with use Tula, but there are several booking systems out these days. But our customers give us great feedback about Tula. So well done, Tula, for doing a good job on that. You can see there's a long timetable there. And again, same thing, just a testimonial here. This one's from Claudia, and again, the stay in touch. The workshop section is a really important part of any yoga business. It's a great way of stimulating your existing students, getting new people to your yoga studio, particularly if you invite visiting yoga teachers and run courses. So how this works is we have categories, and then we have teachers who visit the yoga studio. So you can see here there's a beginner's course. You can see who the teacher is, and you can see what the category is. And then there's a mum and baby classes. And then there's a visiting teacher, Gretchen Suarez, flying all the way from Miami to Scotland to come and teach a workshop there. So if you click on any of these workshops, you can read a bit more information about firstly what the price is, what you can expect in the workshop, and also be able to book. And this will take you straight through to Tula. So that's obviously really important, that people are able to find out information and then also book on these events. The prices, again, a lot of yoga businesses don't have straightforward pricing plans. There are a lot of options. So we've spent a lot of time working with yoga businesses and trying to help them clarify the offering. So here you can see there are 60-minute classes, and there are 4 options there. And you can also see that there are 90-minute classes and 4 options there. And there is some yoga mats and some towels to purchase as well. And again, this is where you actually buy. So for instance, if you click buy a 5-class card, that just takes you down to this purchasing form, which again is linked into the Tula software. The About section is up in the top navigation as well, and that just introduces you get a nice picture of Michele standing in her yoga studio. It's a bit of a history of the yoga spot, and And there's a little testimonial of from Michele, and then there's a section about the different teachers and the roles that they play and the classes that they teach at the yoga spot, and then a little introduction about what yoga is and some of the benefits of yoga, which are listed here again, which is really important. I've covered the book a class, so that's pretty straightforward. The join our community is really the email sign up page on the website, and you know, one of the really important purposes of any business website is to help you grow your email list. Your email list and email marketing is still much more effective at engaging with an audience and actually generating sales, particularly if you have a little list of people who you can send your latest workshops to. So again, you know, make sure that you are GDPR compliant. So you need to make sure that people understand what they're signing up for and are opting in for that. And again, there's another testimonial. FAQs we've covered, testimonials, I think you know what they are. Links is an important page to have on a website, and this is linked to your influencers and other related businesses who you enjoy. So the internet is full of a web of websites. That's why they call it a website, because they're all linked together by links. And this is really important, that you share your inspiration and your influences. And then you can also reach out to these people and invite them to link back to you, which will help your organic search results. And of course, last but not least, there is a contact form. So if you have any other questions, and we also generally have an opt-in here for people to sign up to the mailing list. So when they're reaching out to you about a potential partnership or the query that they have, this is also a good chance for them to sign up to your mailing list. Just a little bit about the logo. You can see that the logo consists of a brand mark, the business name, and then a strap line. So we helped develop this for the yoga spot. In fact, we wrote the strap line, and it has a nice rhyming quality to it, and it's tied in very much to the kind of values of the business. And when we were writing the copy and working with Michele, there was a lot of talk about, you know, this tranquil yoga studio and helping people feel supported, and you know, in a busy city. And that's how we came up with the Serene in Aberdeen strapline. So, and then last but not least, Michele bought a WordPress updates package. This site is built on WordPress. Her previous site was built on WordPress as well. And the thing with WordPress is it's great software, but it has to be kept up to date on a weekly basis. And there are plugins, there's a theme, and there's the core WordPress software that needs to be updated. And all of these things are the moving parts that can go wrong over time. And if you don't keep the site updated, then that's when there are security vulnerabilities and the site is likely to be hacked. It's also worth noting that we never say your site will never be hacked. What we do say is that when your site is hacked, we will fix it quickly and also figure out how the attack happens so that we can prevent any further attacks. So being hacked is just a part of life, it's part of digital modern life. So it's not a case of if, it's more a case of when, and being able to manage that so that your business is stable and can continue to grow. So what next for Michele? Michele, if you are watching, you definitely need to go out and buy some more of that hair color, because it matches so nicely with the color palette that we developed. So I'm afraid you're going to have to keep dyeing your hair that color. And really, we have a couple of packages that will be a logical follow-on for Michele. The first package is a search engine optimization package, which will help her with her local SEO. which is being found in search engines. That's very important, particularly for new people who want to start yoga and who are looking for yoga classes in Aberdeen. And then, of course, there is a blog package, and a lot of yoga businesses are really skeptical or perhaps intimidated by blogging, but it's really a great way to engage with your students and to build an audience beyond your yoga studio. And it's also gives you content that Google likes, that's changing, and it gives you content to send out in your email newsletters besides your workshop information. So those are two things that Michelle, you can maybe think about. I'm sure I'll be discussing this with you shortly. So we're about to make the site live. I'm really excited. Michelle's been an absolute dream and pleasure to work with. I wish you continued success in your yoga business. So if you're interested in buying one of our packages or developing your own marketing for your business, you can just visit wildheartmedia.com and just click on the book a free consultation link here, and then there's a form you can fill in, and then we'll get right back to you and book in a free consultation. They take 30 to 45 minutes, and we look forward to hearing from you. So until the next video, speak soon. Cheers.